Where do you go when you don't want to do your work?
The gym? The store? The mall?
I just robbed a bank. Wrong. You tune in to the After Hours Show.
What's up? This is Kesha.
Robin Thicke.
Justin Timberlake.
Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
This is Eminem.
That's right. Check the show out at theafterhourshow.com. You've heard the After Hours Show on the radio.
I love it.
Awesome! Fun. Now, for the first time, you can see what goes on inside the studio. This might be a bad idea. We're bringing the After Hours Show to YouTube, and we want you to be a part of the movement. If you heard it on the radio, then you could see it on our channel. The After Hours Show is growing, and we invite you to become a part of all the great things we have to offer. So head over to YouTube and subscribe to After Hour Comedy right now.
The After Hours Show is an FM studio production and is intended for a mature audience. That being said, sit back and strap your asses in, because it is time for the After Hours Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
what so proudly we hailed
at the twilight's last gleaming,
and I will always love you.
Phone lines will be open at 603-217-5737. Call in now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the After Hours Show. Mark Hamill here from After Hour Comedy, and tonight is our Halloween special. So that doesn't mean that we're not going to be doing the normal kind of stuff, but we're also going to throw in there some Halloween videos. So we've got some Halloween news videos. We are going to hopefully get to that top 10 2020 Halloween movies. We're going to go through that. I've got actually something that I kind of want to share, which is going to carry over to the VIP show, and it's going to be really good. But the reason it's got to carry over to the VIP show is because we've got to figure out, is this just another haunted house, or is this genuine torture? Like something that someone could go to jail over. And we need to figure that out. We're also bringing back Hobby or Prop. I could just push him out of the way, but I didn't. All right. So I pulled up a little bit and then I rolled down my window and I just kind of said, can I help you? I do believe that's what I said. I don't even really remember because I was getting ready to, stand my ground and fight if I had to. But he mumbled some stuff. Like we were doing Jocktober last week and someone was like, yeah, this redneck sounds like a boomhauer or whatever they said. And so this guy mumbled some words, and I was like, rrr, rrr, rrr. I was like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, I can't understand what just came out of your mouth. And I go, rrr, rrr, rrr. So eventually he, like, this is like a good 3 to 5 minute exchange of him just, rrr, rrr, and I don't know what that means. I'm getting a little frustrated at this time. And eventually he mumbled soup kitchen. And I was like, I was like, okay, do you like soup? I didn't buy soup. And he's like, soup kitchen. And I was like, okay. He's like, you got money? I was like, no, I don't carry any cash on me. Right. So this is kind of where I don't know if he's acting or what, but let's assume he's homeless. Let's assume he was begging for money. Right. So ask me if I have money. I said, no, I don't carry cash on me. And he got pissed. Like the homeless guy got pissed that I wasn't going to give him money. And he's just like, oh, this is bullshit. And he turns around and he starts walking away, like totally dropped the complete garble that he was talking about. And I was thinking, I was like, in my mind, like, even if I did have a couple dollars, like I would still say I didn't have money. And if that homeless person was like, you know what, thank you, I understand, and walked away calm, I'd be like, you know what, man, look, I just found a couple bucks here. You can have that. But the fact that he got pissed at me because I didn't give him money blew my mind. I'm like, get out of here. I was like, and like I said, I see so many homeless people that I know are acting because like they'll be there and they'll be all like homeless, raggedy looking, and then like they get hot and then they go stand in the shade and they play on their nice new iPhone, their phone which is newer than mine. So I don't know. That was just my encounter. I wanted to share it, wanted to bring it to the table. Now, there is a lot of stuff going on this week, and we have a lot of things to get to. We are going to start it off with a video, and it's a video about koalas. Now, stick with me, all right? Bear with me. This is something that we joke about on the show all the time. You remember this drop?
Buddy, I don't know who you are. You're about to get chlamydia.
Okay. Well, I did not know that this was a real big thing with koalas, but apparently koalas are getting the V word, and I just can't say it in that context, for that drop, for chlamydia. Check it out.
Koalas are getting vaccinated, but not against COVID-19. About 400 koalas will be part of a trial for a chlamydia vaccine. It's a serious problem among koalas, researchers say, affecting about half the population in Australia.
I don't know if you guys knew that, but koalas...
Buddy, I don't know who you are. You're about to get chlamydia.
They're getting down with it, all right? So koalas apparently, comparable to the human race when we start talking about diseases and some of the things that they pass along. I never would have guessed this, right? It blew my mind. I thought they were going to say they were testing on animals. I was like, PETA's going to love this. And then it turns out, apparently, koalas, they can get STDs too, which is weird because now I want to know, where did chlamydia first come from, right? Did we get it from koalas or did we give it to koalas? Or how does that, like, I don't know. Like, I don't study this stuff.
So is it a game changer? I think it'll make a significant difference, given that we haven't had this management tool before.
A 2016 study found that there are about 330,000 koalas left in the wild. It's estimated that in the past
about 300,000 of them have chlamydia.
3 years, 60,000 have been killed or injured by wildfires. But researchers say there isn't much being done to prevent disease among the koalas. They say antibiotics haven't been an effective solution because the koalas have to be kept out of the wild while they're treated. And the medication destroys the bacteria in their gut needed to digest eucalyptus leaves.
No. Now, this story is not the most exciting one. I do recognize that. But I wanted to bring it to the table, right? Because I never would have guessed. They're getting tested, and we are helping the koala community not to get STDs.
The koalas in this study will get their vaccines and a microchip before being sent back into the wild, hopefully putting an end to this pandemic.
Right? And then joke is they're actually testing that process. So the treatment and then the second thing they put in them is going to be coming to America in, who knows, a couple months maybe. So we don't know. That was a joke. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm kind of not. At this point, you don't really know, right? So that was it. Koalas, ladies and gentlemen, that was your koala news brought to you by, I don't know, Australia. So let's go into the next one now. When we talk about animals, okay, let's stay on the path of animals. Koalas, good. They're getting treated. Not really my battle, so it is what it is. A lot more people, right? So I know a lot of families, if not like the majority, like I would say 95% of the people I know have dogs. Definitely at least one dog. Most times 2, 3 dogs. It's not uncommon to have that. But check this out. Like, what if some of those creepy people out there, now I'm talking to I'm talking to the waitresses, people who work in restaurants. I don't know if you've ever had someone I'm talking stalker, creep, kind of take a look at the receipt and look up your name and then look you up on Facebook, right? It happens. But I never would have thought that it would happen like this, right? So imagine you're at the dog park, okay? We're at the dog park, and that's where this story is going to start.
Michelle Kimball got a text out of the blue from a total stranger trying to chat her up.
I was thinking in my head, I said, I don't know anybody by that name. How did you get my phone number? And they said, oh, I got it off of your dog's collar.
Now,
that's right.
Okay, so there we go. That was kind of the gist of what we're going to talk about here. But some dude got the phone number, I guess was down there petting the dog, and got the phone number off of the dog collar, and then proceeded to text or call, I guess text in this scenario. But that's so weird, right? Like, so the girl here, and radio listeners, I mean, she's not terrible, like looking, older for sure, but not terrible, right? So, but the fact that she was like, who is this? And then they're like, oh, you know, I got your number off your dog tag. Like, that's kind of creepy, right? Like, that's a whole nother level that blows my mind, because it's like a creep that doesn't care that they're a creep. And then that also kind of insinuates that they think it's okay.
Got it off of your dog's collar.
That's right. The guy was petting her German Shepherd Nilla when they were out for a walk near her home in North Carolina, and had taken a photo of her phone number from the tag on Nilla's collar.
Why would anybody think that's okay just to get my phone number from my dog's collar? That's in case my dog gets lost.
Well, it's true, right? Like, I never would have thought of this. Never would have thought of this. You know, it's out there. So, public service announcement.
Same thing happened to Shay Grayson. She was walking her dog when a random dude asked to take a picture of the cute Maltese.
I noticed that he was actually holding up her dog collar and the dog tag.
Uh-oh.
And then I realized that he was actually taking a picture of my address, which was on the dog tag, not of my dog.
When she saw what the guy was doing, Shay chased him down and forced him to delete the pictures.
Yeah, definitely. At the bare minimum, then, you know, you grab your handy dandy side piece and just, right? Okay.
My home could be broken into, or when
he is, maybe you have.
Dog parks are friendly environments where we tend to let our guard down, but safety experts warn us we should be wary of strangers who try to pet our dogs, because they really may be trying to take our name, address, and phone number right off the dog collar.
If somebody's coming up to me and they want to see my dog, I don't like the feeling I get. I'm going to say my dog.
I let him pet my puppy. Okay, too bad it wasn't.
I love cats.
Too bad it wasn't like a cat park. Yeah, okay, yeah, everyone gets where that joke was going.
Dog's not friendly. I have an aggressive dog. Just kind of keep your distance.
She says your dog's tag should just have your phone number, never your address.
We never think that people are.
Wait, hold on. I've got to stop right there. Like, so if someone is going to be like this level of creepy, there are ways that you can just look this stuff up by phone number. Remember, we had a list. We like when listeners, they call us on like restricted numbers, they call and they lie about who they are. Mundane is slightly creepy like this. And I don't know if any of our listeners have been listening long enough to remember. It's happened on the show before. Like, someone calls in, he'll see the number on the call-in screen, and I don't say it, like it's we both can see the screen, like, and what you guys can't see in the studio, we have a TV up on the wall here. They had a monitor like right behind here, like right where they sat. So he would see the number pop up, and he would look, and you know, that way if the listener tried to like prank us or something like that, we, you know, but he was quick, man, and it was just off a phone number. He figured out like the name, the parents, the address, or whatever the listed address was on their your home address, fine, whatever. But if they really want to, they can look it up just off of your phone number as well. So I don't know. It's not foolproof here, like they're making it sound.
You're going to use our dogs to get close to us, but predators, they have no limits. They have no boundaries.
There you go, no boundaries. So that was kind of one with the dog park. Now, let's take a look at another video. This is one, we're going to get into a haunted house scenario. This is the one that I kind of teased at the beginning of the show a few minutes ago when we talked about it. We need to figure out if this is a haunted house, our kind of networks that are everywhere. We got to figure out, is this an acceptable haunted house? Here's the story. Radio listeners, you're going to hear it. I'll break down anything you need to.
Thursday is Halloween. Hundreds of haunted houses are open, hoping to entertain and scare. But some people are calling one Tennessee Halloween attraction a, quote, torture chamber under disguise. Good evening. I'm Josh Rowe.
And I'm Kim Chapman. Bliss explains why thousands have signed up.
Now, this is in Tennessee, they said. So I know we have listeners up in the Tennessee area. That's one of our markets. I don't know. Like, you might have even heard of this. Maybe some of you drive by this. It's like a normal house. When you see this, dude's got 2 kids, normal residential home. You might drive by this and never know, all right? But they're going to go into it.
Petition to shut down McCamey Manor in Summertown, Tennessee, and why the owners of one local haunted attraction say they don't condone what that attraction is doing. Bliss.
Josh, Kim, according to its website, McCamey Manor promises an extreme experience that can last up to 10 hours, requires participants to be medically cleared by a doctor, and sign a 40-page waiver. Thousands of dollars.
Okay, now 40-page waiver. Like, how many things can they do to someone? Oh, you got to sign off on this, got to watch this and go through this.
Are offered to anyone who can complete the experience. But the part owner of Dread Hollow, a local haunted house, says he doesn't think McCamey Manor is designed to let anyone make it to the end.
They're voluntarily signing a waiver and getting torture with the promise of a reward if they make it through it. And from what I've heard, he makes sure that nobody makes it through it.
Industry experts agree McCamey Manor is not a haunted house. Members of the Haunted Attraction Association say they're tired of this consensual torture experience being put in their same category.
We're out to scare you and entertain you, but we're not out to hurt anybody.
Concern over McCamey Manor has made its way.
Now, one thing I do want to be clear, because they kind of brushed over it really quickly at the beginning, was that guy that you hear talking is not the owner of this manor. On Monday, we will hear from and watch the videos of the guy who runs this manor, but we got to do that on the VIP show. We can't do that here. And the guy you hear talking right now in this news video owns just another friendly haunted house, and he's commenting on his opinion of what he thinks of this manor, is what they're calling it. McCamey Manor? I think that's what they're saying.
The way to the top law enforcement officials in Lawrence County. District Attorney Brent Cooper has looked in to see if the extreme haunt has crossed the line into criminal. Our sister station Fox 17 News reported on a story last year where there was a report of a woman being kidnapped. Police arrived and found a woman shivering, beaten, and duct taped in a cellar, but she signed up for it. Kim.
Bliss, thank you. Now, it costs practically nothing.
And again, so like I said, kidnapped. They found her in the cellar, duct taped and beaten up. Okay. Now, that's the other thing with this too, is it doesn't matter if you're a guy or if you're a girl or whatever, it's game on. And again, some of the, when we watch this on Monday, one of the first clips is they bring them into the woods, they throw them in a river, they pretty much waterboard them right off the get-go, and then they make them sign the contracts, then they throw them in the house, and then it kind of picks up. It's crazy.
To enter McCamey Manor, just a bag of dog food. Officials at McCamey Animal Center in Chattanooga say they have received several calls from people concerned about the animal shelter and if it's concerned to McCamey Manor. Well, Executive Director Jamie McAloon says they are in no way affiliated with McCamey Manor.
There we go. So, I don't know. Listeners, have you heard of this? Some people might have actually heard of this because it's been around for years and years. And like they're saying this is right on the lines of okay, so it's the person who runs this and the person who does this, they've got to be right on the edge of crazy. And this is their way of getting away with it. It's got to be fulfilling some kind of sick fetish or something like that. But it's there, all right? Now, let's kind of go from something that was a little bit kind of dark to something that's a little bit kind of lighter. Remember how I said I don't shop at Walmart? Well, I'm actually not the only one who tries to stay away from Walmart as much as possible. Now, there is a situation we need to check in on, and it's some hostages in Walmart, and let's kind of jump in there. So I'm lucky I'm not there, but I try not to go to Walmart, so I guess the chances of me being in this situation are slim. But let's check in and see. All right, here it is. All right.
For those just Michigan, where a gunman has taken at least 20 people hostage. The police received this 911 call from inside the store 1 hour ago.
There's a man shooting at Walmart. I don't normally shop here or anything. I just ran in real quick to get a couple things.
We're joined now by Brian Scott, who's standing by outside.
I hear you, guy. All right, I had my my mic off for a second, but I hear him. So he's like, I don't really shop here, and then you hear go crazy. I agree with that guy, and I believe him too, because I personally try not to shop there either.
Inside the Walmart parking lot, Brian, what do we know about this situation?
We know the suspect is a white male in his 40s who drew a gun on security guards after being caught shoplifting a pair of pants.
Okay.
He's also refused to communicate with police other than to just hold up a sign stating that the pants...
My sister Ellen is in there. She's not shopping. She's shopping for a vacuum cleaner. I mean, where else are you supposed to get a vacuum cleaner?
Andrea, the gunman has reportedly corralled all the hostages into the back of the Walmart near the TVs, which they apparently sell there. I wouldn't know.
No, me either. But I understand that the police tried negotiating with the gunman to at least move the hostages to Crate and Barrel next door.
They had been. Ultimately, though, the Crate and Barrel saying they couldn't accommodate them. They said they just didn't think the Walmart shoppers would be comfortable in their store. But now police are working to get them into the Best Buy.
Now I do need to say, does everyone kind of see where this is going? Right? All right. Okay. There we go.
Okay, I mean, that wouldn't be nice or anything, but at least it would be a step up.
Obviously, yeah. Police also working on another plan to get the gunman to release a couple of hostages in exchange for having the media refer to him as the department store shooter or men's section gunman
I see.
instead of Walmart shooter.
Okay, Brian, now is anyone there right now?
Actually, Andrea, I'm going to cut you off right now.
Okay.
Apparently a single hostage has just been released.
No, I was just shopping over at the shoe store. I must have hurt myself getting shoes.
But she wasn't at
She's
Walmart.
getting medical attention.
Absolutely. Brian Scott, thank you so much. We're going to be checking back with you as soon as there's more information available.
And just to be clear, I'm only here because of the hostage situation. That's
Right. The
the only
Walmart
reason.
Corporation released this statement on their website earlier in the hour saying, "We are deeply concerned for the safety of our Dearborn customers and staff. And for the record, the Public Relations Department of Walmart has a nice office. It's not like we work out of one of the stores. Most of us haven't even been to a Walmart in years." Moving on, Brazil was snubbed at the International Ass Festival this year.
There we go. All right, so now you're up to date as far as what's going on. Very breaking news. There's stuff going on at Walmart, but not with people that actually shop at Walmart, all right? So there's a distinction there, and we need to make that and be clear. So you don't want to, that's like the biggest insult, right? Okay. Go to the next one. Here's another news story, and we're going to kind of talk about this. This is something that's happening, I do believe, in New York at the moment. So I know that's, again, one of our markets. We're all over the East Coast. You might see this, or you might have heard about this. This is kind of breaking news, and this is, again, exactly what we've been saying since day one. It has to do with the V word.
Is the nation's largest city about to descend into chaos? Hundreds of firefighters, cops, and sanitation workers marched on the mayor's residence today, vowing to defy his vaccine mandate. Other protesters.
And now there's tons of people. We're looking at like the middle of the street. Looks like they're at like Central Park or something like that. People everywhere. This is going back very similar to what we talked about with like the pilots, with all of those people that are out there as well, right? So now it's either you get the V word or you don't have a job, okay? It's getting real close to a breaking point, all right? And maybe potentially people right now that listen to our show, you're having to make decisions like this. It's only a matter of time. But traditionally, and we've talked about this before, New York, California, they're going to be the first and the worst with this kind of thing.
Even tossed garbage on the front lawn. They're calling this their last stand. They have until tomorrow to get the vaccine, or they'll face unpaid leave. 1/4 of the city's police force, 1/4 of the ambulance drivers, 1/3 of firefighters, and 1/3 of sanitation workers.
Okay, now here's what I want to break down. Those are real statistics, people. This is not one of those joke videos that I show you. When we take a look at that, okay, now if you lose, now right now they're saying un-V-wordinated, 26% are police, 26% are medical, like EMTs, 33% are firefighters, 36% are sanitation workers, things like that. Okay, that's all well and good, right? They're saying that, and I like how they tried to spin it to like, these are the people that are unvionated, instead of saying these are the people that are about to get fired for not being forced to take an untested V word. So if this percentage, like, let's just take the cops alone, right? Like, we lose 26% of the police in that state. Imagine what's going to happen, right? And I'm not saying that only that 26% were like the good police or the good cops or whatever, but that is a big chunk. That is 1/4 almost, a little more than 1/4 of that whole force. And now they're going to have to patrol and protect the streets. We've already seen some of this in Florida, and I've definitely seen this, where you go to a restaurant, and I don't know about some of the other markets we're in. I'm sure it's the same. You go to a restaurant, and they close early, and then there's a note on the door that says, understaffed, closed early, we'll be back tomorrow, or something along those lines, right? Okay, so that's a restaurant, right? Like, I can go without we're understaffed right now, call back in an hour, call back tomorrow. So these are the real repercussions of things like this.
All remain unvaccinated. The firefighters union is predicting disaster.
You're going to see dozens and dozens of firehouses closed. You're going to see response times climb. It is inevitable. Lives are going to be lost. That is irrefutable.
Sanitation workers are reportedly on a slowdown, giving New Yorkers a taste of what they can expect.
So now what we're looking at, we talk about sanitation, just trash bags everywhere. Like this is literally going to turn. Any of our listeners ever play video games? In Last of Us or DayZ, like zombie apocalypse, where the world just goes to complete literal garbage or trash. These streets are going to be filled with trash. It's literally going to be anarchy. It's kind of what it's starting to look like.
Garbage is already piling up, uncollected in certain neighborhoods. The mayor says he's confident they'll come around.
We expected that a lot of the vaccinations would happen toward the end of the deadline. We also know a lot of people make the decision once they really realize that they're not going to get paid.
Meanwhile, actor Jason Momoa has tested positive for COVID on the set of his new Aquaman movie in England, according to a published report. The UK is in the grip of a...
They just kind of randomly threw that in there. So, like, we go to a serious story, and then we go to Aquaman. Like, okay, I guess natural transition, right? Maybe, maybe not.
COVID surge sparked by a new variant, Delta Plus.
Oh, sorry, anyone who did get the V word, now you got to go get another shot. I saw a picture the other day, and it showed someone, it was a cartoon, but it showed someone with Band-Aids all up their left arm, all up their right arm, and it was like, just one more, and then this will go away, or just one more, and you'll be safe, and they had like literally like 30 on each arm. That's, you know, I don't know. All right. Okay, so there's that. There's that. And now let's take a look. So I played one side, so let's do the fair thing, and let's play the other side of this, all right? Now let's take a look at a news reporter who, I mean, probably has a really strong opinion, and, you know, again, repercussions. Like if I say something way over the top, there's probably repercussions from someone somewhere. But here it is, a news reporter about that same V word we were just talking about.
We know many restaurants are desperate for waiters and waitresses, but no one expected the staffing crisis to come to this. Many restaurants are so hard up, they're asking customers if they'd be interested in from patrons. At Raising Cane's, customers are offered a job with their chicken fingers.
We're recruiting anyone who loves chicken fingers as much as we do.
Another restaurant.
So like you go there, yeah, you get some food, like, I don't know, I'll work for chicken fingers.
Chain Original Chop Shop is offering a $50 food credit to customers who refer a potential employee. A McDonald's in Illinois is giving away free iPhones to new hires who stay for 6 months.
Oh, 6 months. Okay.
The chronic shortage in
It's probably like the iPhone 8, like it's way outdated or something.
School bus drivers is still with us, but this parent from Ohio has a unique solution. He drives 50 kids to and from school every day in his stretch limo. Meanwhile, Fox News' Neil Cavuto was back on the air Tuesday.
Still testing positive for COVID, but in the safe confines of a remote location right now, i.e. my home.
He says he's gotten lots of well wishes, but also death threats.
Shut up and enjoy the fact you're not dead. For now.
The hate mail is a reaction to Cavuto, who has MS and is immunocompromised, urging his viewers to get vaccinated.
I want you gone, dead, kaput, finite, get it? Now take your 2-bit advice, deep six it, and you.
And as we approach final approval of vaccines for kids,
an FDA advisory panel recommending the approval of Pfizer's kid-sized doses for children 5 to 11.
Some adults could be eligible for a shot beyond the booster, meaning a 4th shot.
They're now talking about a 4th booster.
Which is exactly what I was talking about, right? Like, it's just going to keep going forever. And I guess they really mentioned it real briefly. And we talked about this with the pilots. I'm not going to go off on a tangent on this. My problem is not the people who get the V word or don't get the V word. My problem is that it should be a person's choice. Like, I shouldn't even be able to tell anyone, based on my opinion, what they need to do, right? It needs to be their choice. That's where I stand on this whole thing.
Shot for those immunocompromised individuals about 6 months after their last shot.
Halloween is going to be a big deal this week after so many kids missed out on the holiday
But
last
it wasn't
year.
for the last, X amount of years this country's been a country. Halloween's been around. But it will be this year because of the V word.
And if your kids are still wondering what to dress up for Halloween, Jimmy Kimmel has some pandemic-themed ideas.
So this news story right here, this is like listening to some kid who has really bad ADHD and they're all over the place. Like, But this is a news report that's actually doing this right now.
Trick or treat.
How about Dr. Fauci in a trash can or PPET?
We've got a child on one side.
Hold on. I got to pause for a minute. That was funny. Okay, I didn't expect that. Now, radio listeners, it was exactly as described. But then they had PPET, like personal protective equipment, and then they had terrestrial. PPET. That's, I kind of like that. That was good. That was good. And he came out wearing a mask and all of that stuff. PPET, ladies and gentlemen.
And a child safely on the other side.
This horse costume will keep kids 6 feet apart, but could make trick-or-treating, well, tricky.
You're gonna have to pick a direction.
All right, anyway, so that's kind of the end of that news story. We'll kind of move on. I do believe there are a couple more. I'm not really going to go too much in depth as far as the news. There are a couple things we need to talk about, though. So this next one is pretty much it's something that I think a lot of our listeners watched the first one of, and it's breaking news. I don't really care so much, but again, it is going really viral right now, so I do think it is something we need to talk about, and it is Joe Exotic, or what did they call it? Tiger King? That was a Netflix. Yeah, it was Tiger King. Well, apparently that's going to happen. I thought Joe Exotic was in jail. Yes, I watched it too. And I don't know. So here it is. But if you haven't heard, good news, you might be able to watch and kind of relive some new stories with your favorite cast and characters.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Joe Exotic, and this is Sarge.
They had us in season 1 of Quarantine, and now just when you thought the story of Tiger King...
Wait, what, season 1 of Quarantine? Holy crap. Like, I can't believe they actually just said that.
Could not get any wilder.
Adios, Joe.
Very personal.
It does. Netflix out with a gnarly new trailer for Tiger King 2, which follows the story of Joe Exotic, the flashy former owner of the Greater Wynwood Exotic Animal Park in Florida. It's now closed after he was sentenced to 22 years in a Texas prison for orchestrating a murder-for-hire plot to kill Carol Baskin, who runs the neighboring Big Cat Rescue.
See, if Mundane was right here, he would go into that Carol Baskin song he always sings.
Cool cats and kittens, it's Carol at Big Cat Rescue.
The story continues with Joe in jail and Carol closing in on becoming owner of Joe's old park. Fans of the series' first season have cooked up numerous theories that Carol had something to do with her husband Don Lewis's disappearance. He vanished in 1997 without a trace. Baskin maintains her innocence.
And it's like, oh, that's amazing to have that kind of range and that speed.
Online, no medical exam, it's the biggest term store there is. No boo, since I had to grow up, and now my wife is not mad. I'm glad to be at Terms R Us at low cost, no exam. Oh, wow. You need to go to Terms R Us now.
Send shockwaves around the world.
You're listening to the After Hours Show.
Okay, alrighty, let's play some tunes.
From the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee, I gotta get a move on, baby, for my son. He and my baby come on and men know that he's the only one. But if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. Joe rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Hey, rock me, mama, like a wind in a rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Come on. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me.
The After Hours Show is heard all around the world, whether they like it or not. Now you can be heard too.
This is the story you've heard about.
Advertise with the show for a low cost. Check out our site for more information. TheAfterHoursShow.com, your one stop for everything show related.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for that one day of the week where the whole world comes together to tune in to the After Hours Show. And we would like to welcome you to tonight's broadcast.
I see assholes like you every day. Every fucking day. Let's go to Vegas. We'll all get drunk and woo! Steal a cop car, cause it'd be really fucking funny.
Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here.
Not up in here.
You know what? I take it back. Our listeners aren't creepy. Just you are.
I don't mean to sound like a rapist. This is just the voice I was born with.
This house is a fucking prison! I'm planet bullshit! In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks!
This show is brought to you by audioboom.com and Coors Light. The phone lines are open. Call in at 603-217-5737. And without further ado, let's get back to the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the After Hours Show. Mark Hamill here from After Hour Comedy. And Mundane is still kind of currently getting things set wherever he is. I did talk to him the other day. Things are going well. He's been really busy. So kind of what we expected. Now, we are about to roll into a segment that we haven't done in a little while. It is called Hobby or Problem. Now, if you're new to the show, the way it works is we're going to go through a video, and myself included. Now, we as listeners, we need to figure out if this is a hobby or a problem. Now, tonight, we're going to be taking a trip, and they're going to let us know what state this is in. But this is a guy kind of wedges his way down the hallway, so he is not your normal person in everyday life. This guy thinks he's a double agent. So let's head over to afterhourcomedy.com and let's take a look. Now, for anyone who's listening on the radio, I will play-by-play this. Anyone who's watching, you're going to see everything that I'm going to see. Now, it's going to be a little different, as in the sense of it's going to be a surprise for me. So let's kind of get into this.
Okay, now 3 of these things belong together.
I was going for a song here, but I don't even think I pulled the right song.
But one of these things just doesn't belong here, and now it's time to play our game.
Okay, that's it. That's literally, I'm done with that. Okay, I was literally going for, I wanted that song, what is it? One of these things is not like the other. I wanted that to kind of bring us into this, but I guess it didn't. All right, so we scroll down, afterhourcomedy.com. This video is up there if you want to go and take a look. For some of the people that are listening on the radio right now, or you're listening in the car on your way to work, on your way back from work, wherever you might be, it's on afterhourcomedy.com. All right, here we go. This guy thinks that he is a double agent. Now, we need to figure out, is this a hobby or is this a problem? All right, and we're going to learn together. Feel free to leave your comments, whether you're on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, the website. Let me know.
I don't know where Bond stops and I begin sometimes.
Okay.
Matthew Sherman has been obsessed with being Secret Agent 007 James Bond for the past 25 years.
The most exciting thing about being James Bond, I can turn chewing gum, cards, gum, or coins into deadly weapons.
Oh my God. All right, so now let me break down what we just saw in this beginning opening thing. All right, so this guy thinks he's 007. He's not, by the way. We watched him literally stumble down a hill. Now, he is dressed up, so he's wearing like a button-down shirt. Looks like he's got some black khaki pants on. Watched him stumble down a hill, and then he kind of tripped and fell, got up, and he ran into the woods. And I don't know what he said. He said something else, into a weapon. And I'm really curious to see how he does that. All right, it continues.
And that's not all. Matthew spent over $10,000 on James Bond's surveillance equipment, which he uses to spy on his neighbors.
Holy cow. Okay, let's break that down for a minute. So remember how earlier in the show we talked about those creeps? And we were saying, like, we can't fathom how someone would pretend to pet someone's dog and then steal a phone number or an address off of a dog collar. Yo, this is that guy. This is the dude who's doing that.
Hello, Cat.
100%. Right here. This is him. This is your guy.
When you're James Bond, you never know who's a spy. Spies don't come with big signs that say, I'm a spy, I'm your enemy.
If I saw Matt by himself spying on the neighbor's house, I would definitely be concerned. It's kind of crazy in a way.
I guess his name is Matt, and I guess that's why Matt has that telescope in his window pointing into his neighbor's bathroom. 100% this dude.
Very crazy, actually.
Hello, how are you?
Oh my God.
How are you?
All right, so he literally just strolled up to this old lady, like super creepy. I'm going to go back for anyone who's watching on Facebook or on any of those sites like that, YouTube, Twitch. Watch the way he walks up to this old lady, like literally struts. Like if you were to corner someone in an alley is exactly how he just walked up to her.
Hello, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? If I discover a breach of security, odds are that there's going to be some violence. Not just gratuitous violence, mind you. Are you watering your plants? Yes. I find it's a very good idea to tousle my hair a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Sort of casually, because I can block a punch.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. So this guy, like, he keeps talking about, like, you know, I'm always ready for a fight. I can turn anything into a weapon. But I still have yet to see him fight. I really hope before this is all said and done that we get to see this guy fight. Okay. Now, again, super creepy the way he walked up to that old lady.
Or defend myself, or judo flip them over my head. And is that only water in your hose? That's right.
What? Okay, so literally the granny, I'll say granny, or the old lady, is watering her garden with a hose. He goes up, and I don't know, radio listeners, if you could clearly hear that. He goes, is that water in your hose? Or are you sure that's just water in your hose? And she goes, yes, and just kind of stares at him. But, like, what else would it be? Like, even if you were a 00 agent, right? Like, what would that be? I mean, maybe chemicals, but I don't know.
Who knows what he's thinking, frankly.
Okay, hold on. I got to break this down. Radio listeners didn't see that. Anyone watching did. That voice you just heard, it was literally, it said it right there. That is Matthew's wife. Okay, now we've done this game before, so we've done Hobby or Problem in the past, and it always blows my mind that these people are married. And like, okay, now I'm going to tell radio listeners right now, she's not terrible looking. Like so she looks normal, but she's also not like super ugly. Seems like a very normal person, right?
Frankly.
You know my name. When not spying on his neighbors, Matthew spends hours at a time in the woods practicing James Bond survival techniques.
You're gonna kill yourself. You don't know which mushroom's poisonous or not.
Oh my God.
I disguise the skills that I have because I don't want a potential assailant to know I'm prepared.
Okay. I'm going to go back to that a minute. Oh my God, I paused it at the wrong time. So I guess he goes into the woods and he eats random mushrooms. Like, if I don't even like, I wouldn't consider myself like a camping or a nature buff, but one of the rules I know is you never eat mushrooms that you don't know, because those are like majority percentage wise, those are like the most poisonous things in the woods. But anyway, so let me go back because I kind of paused it at a weird spot.
Because I don't want a potential assailant to know I'm prepared.
Matthew is even training his children to become junior agents, they can help him with his secret Bond missions.
Ladies and gentlemen, so he has children, which means he is not a virgin anymore.
Way. Go down another aisle.
Get back here.
Okay, now I don't think that's the worst. They went into a grocery store. He timed his kids. He said, you have 2 minutes, get all the groceries. I think that's a good game, right? Like, so I'm not a dad, but if I was, I don't want to spend time in a store. Like, I don't want to spend time in a store right now. I can't imagine what it'd be like if I had kids, right? Like, I'd even quicker. So I approve of that game. I think that's rather creative. So I do give him props on that.
We gotta pay for that. Come on.
Oh, they're stealing.
Let's go.
You know, I'm the mom. I have to keep things, in reality.
Matt hopes to show off his spy skills on the silver screen and plans to go to Hollywood to audition as the next 007.
People can sense that I'm 007. I'm suave, sophisticated, charming. I am James Bond.
We literally just watched him try to get into his car. Probably the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Let me go back because, again, we're doing hobby or problem. I'm leaning right now towards the side. I don't say this very often. You know what? No. Okay, I'm going to change my mind. I was about to say hobby, and my argument was because up until this point, I haven't really seen anything where it's affected other people in the world. But I changed my mind because I did remember the whole, like, the beginning of this was him spying on his neighbors because he thinks he's 007. But again, so getting into the car, he checks the locks. He checks under the car to make sure that there's no bombs. This dude wants to be 007. And when he tries to get in, he doesn't open the door to get in. He literally jumps on the roof of his car, rolls into the moonlight or whatever you would call that. I don't know the difference between a skylight and a moonlight. There is a difference. I don't know the difference. But he says he's 007. My opinion, he's looking a little bit more like 00 fat ass. All right, but here.
Matt hopes to show off his spy skills on the silver screen and plans to go to Hollywood to audition as the next 007.
People can sense that I'm 007. I'm suave, sophisticated, charming.
That noise you hear, radio listeners, that like kind of that like padding or whatever, that's him literally just rolling on his car. I'm surprised he didn't dent it.
I am James Bond.
There we go. That's it. That is your James Bond wannabe. Or maybe he is James Bond. I don't really know. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong, right? So now we kind of went through that. We got to figure out, is this a hobby or is this a problem? We kind of saw some things, and I was going to initially, then I remember that his neighbors were involved. And kind of like in the past when we've played this game, especially the Ninja Turtle girl, it was like, did it affect anyone else? And if it affected anyone else, like, did it hurt them? In this scenario, it doesn't necessarily hurt them, but he is spying on his neighbors. Okay. And I do see Melgo's problem. Not normal behavior. No, you're not James Bond. So I do agree with that. I am going to go with, this is, so let me screen for 1 second. This next hobby or problem I want to show you is, it goes perfect for Halloween. So that guy thought he was 007. This next guy is going to be Peter Pan. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now, and we're gonna kind of go, and we're gonna see if this is a problem. I honestly don't remember. I'm spelling this completely wrong, but I found it right here. All right, so let's take a look. This one is the guy thinks he's Peter Pan, and we're gonna kind of watch it. We'll break it down, and it's the same thing. We need to figure out if this is a hobby or if this is a problem. All right, so Peter Pan guy, let's see. Let me just drag this back to the beginning, and here we go.
Of Florida by way of Never Never Land. Randy Constant is a 50-year-old man who likes to skip around in green leotards. He's totally obsessed with being Peter Pan.
This is something I invented called the pixie dance.
Okay. Now, let me break this down real quick right here for radio listeners. This dude is literally, like, if you were to go to like a ballet recital or like a dance recital and look at little kids dressed as Peter Pan, that's what this grown dude looks like. Now, I can't say a whole ton because unfortunately he is from Florida, which they did say that, okay? But let's go through this. He thinks he's Peter Pan. Hobby or problem?
I think I was about 8 when I told my dad, I'd like to be a fairy. He probably wondered what kind of a child I was going to be. Look at me, I'm 50 years old and I'm still Peter Pan.
Oh my God.
I don't think there's any way to explain why a 50-year-old man would want to run around dressed like Peter Pan.
Now he's dancing in his room in front of a mirror, like, when he said he wanted to be a fairy, like 100%, like that sets the tone.
50 years old. Being Peter Pan is part of my life. It's something I've incorporated into my life. It's the way I choose to live it.
And he chooses.
Now, I don't know if anyone noticed this, but in the background, like when he was doing his little interview segment right there, like there was little statues of like little, I say fairies. I think they were fairies. They might have been like pixies. I don't know the difference.
Man in every way imaginable.
there was a vintage shop that had this green velvet dress.
To dress the part, Randy had to learn how to sew women's dresses into Peter Pan outfits. So far, he's handmade.
The fact that you have to, well, I guess whatever. These days, it's far and few, but the fact that he had to get women's dresses is telling you everything right there.
15 outfits, which allows him to dress like his hero every day.
When I found out that he dresses like that all the time, I was like, wow, he takes this farther than I thought he did.
Often I spend so much time working on the tops that I don't realize that the girls are looking at my tights. Being Peter Pan, I can stay childlike despite whatever age I happen to be.
Yeah, right. I bet he's on a website. You know those websites where you go and it shows your neighborhood and all the red dots near your house? I bet he's on one of those websites.
I do everything I can to look young. I still have a haircut for a 4-year-old.
It doesn't stop at the clothes for Randy. He's even altered his physical appearance to look like Peter Pan.
I do fuss with my hair a lot, and I do have my little beauty secrets about it, and so that's as far as I'm gonna go about my hair. It is what it is, and it grows out of my head. Breakfast of champions. And Peter Pan.
What is he eating, Twinkies?
Just looking like Peter Pan isn't enough for Randy. He models his regular diet after a parentless 6-year-old.
I eat a lot of never food. I eat a lot of junk food. I eat a lot of Hostess Twinkies. Yum.
Oh, that'd make me sick. Believe it or not, I've never had a Twinkie, but
15 hours a week practicing his Peter Pan moves.
He takes that whole side of Peter Pan seriously.
Okay, so right now he's skipping around. He's skipping around his yard. I mean, he looks happy, I guess. So far, realistically, on this side of things, I don't see a whole lot where he's affecting the public in a negative way. As much as I don't want to admit it, right now I might factually have to lean towards the side of hobby. But we're not done. We're halfway.
There is an art to leaping. You have to be practical. You have to avoid areas where somebody will shoot you.
I mean, really, he can't fly, so that's about the most thing that he can possibly do.
Gee, I didn't realize I could jump that high.
Okay,
Randy's not just Peter Pan at
Okay, now we're getting to the point where he's in public. I'm surprised that people aren't honking at him right now.
home. He's Peter Pan everywhere, even though that's caused him to lose a job and his 20-year marriage.
Oh, okay, there it is. We just tipped the scales. Now that I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the moment where it went from hobby to problem. And we just tipped the scales. It just went from hobby to problem. So lost a job, which again, okay, that's kind of still him, but a failed marriage because of this. Now it's a problem.
Being Peter Pan means I can wear what I like, play what I like, play whenever I like, and wherever I would like.
Hello. What is your name?
They call me Peter Pan.
Is Peter Pan a woman or a guy?
It's a boy, Peter.
Oh, okay.
There's a boy's name.
Okay, so he ran into someone, radio listeners, in like a store, and that's where you heard, "What are you?" or whatever. This dude looks disgusted, like he wants to just beat him up.
Okay. So what are you doing over here, Peter Pan?
I'm just skipping around Ybor City.
A lot of nice girls?
Yeah, a lot of tinks.
You meet a lot of girls in those tights?
It works.
I already picked up a girl today.
That means you don't have to worry about my competition.
I don't know where Ybor City. Okay, I know this is in Florida, but I don't know exactly where. So, like, okay, we're in Florida. That's where we're stationed, right? And this is like a trip away. So I could potentially take a wrong turn or go to something that I think is like an outlet mall and run into this dude. I think most of our listeners in Florida right now have a good chance of running into this guy somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
And just like the real Peter Pan, Randy is constantly on the lookout for his Tinkerbell.
Hello. Thank you. I'm not looking for all the girls in the world, just, a date now and then.
I think the one piece of advice that I would give Randy is the tighter the pants, the better. It worked for Bon Jovi, it can work for him.
Despite the challenges, Randy plans on being Peter Pan forever.
I don't see myself ever...
Okay, and I got to agree with Mel on this one. Mel in the comments goes, what do you say? Problem too weird for public consumption. And yes, I would agree with this one. This is a little over the top, right? And very, very flamboyant. I don't know. It passes me on the street. I say it. Yeah, it passes me on the street. I probably let it go. Obviously, I look around, make some jokes. Not, I'm a man, so I'll say it behind his back. So that's about it. But like, if it sticks around too long, yeah, I don't know if I could deal with that.
Giving up being Peter Pan, it's the way I choose to live my life, and I'm having a ball.
He's playing guitar. Oh my God. All right, so that was kind of that one. Now, that was Hobby or Problem. 007 dude, I lean toward the side of a problem because he was spying on his neighbors, and then so the Peter Pan, I again lean towards problem. It took a while, right? Like, so as much as I didn't want to say it was a hobby, it was a hobby for a while until they got to the failed marriage. Then, that's failed marriage, and he lost jobs because of it. So that's a problem because it's more than a hobby because he's taking it to work. It's not like he's going to work normal and then doing that at home. 100% a problem. So those are my opinions, and I saw some people on the Twitch side of things start to comment on that one too. But yes, okay, so I think everyone is on the same page where we think that is a problem. Now, what we're going to do is we will take a commercial break, and we're going to get to our Jocktober finale. So Jocktober finale it's kind of on me. So we're going to go through my show, although it was a show when I was a kid, and we're going to pick that apart. So that's going to be up next. And then we've also got viral videos, and we'll go through the Halloween movies if we have time as well. So we got a lot of good stuff. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. This is the After Hours Show.
In the book of man, I got one life, I got one shot, I'll take my chance. Chips on the table, let's go risk it all. I'm not afraid of the road so far. You got one life, you got one shot, so take the chance. You got one life, you got one shot, so take the chance. You got one
Listen up, everyone. We just made contact with aliens. Go to Amazon and purchase the new book from AISDQ and see what everyone is talking about. Payment and restrictions apply.
You've heard the After Hours show on the radio.
I love it.
Awesome! Fun. Now, for the first time, you can see what goes on inside the studio. This might be a bad idea. We're bringing the After Hours show to YouTube, and we want you to be a part of the movement. If you heard it on the radio, then you could see it on our channel. The After Hours show is growing, and we invite you to become a part of all the great things we have to offer. So head over to YouTube and subscribe to After Hour Comedy right now.
Mastering verbs is the key to learning Spanish. I want to tell you about a great website. It's called GoVerbs.com. Spanish verbs are hard for native English speakers because of all the tenses and conjugations. The power of this website is that it presents 101 of the most common Spanish verbs, each used in 5 different sentences. Natural, everyday sentences that show how the verb is used in various tenses. Each sentence is shown in both Spanish and in English on interactive flashcards that help you progress at your own pace and really master each verb. To perfect your accent, you can listen to the sentences being read by native Spanish speakers. You can even choose between speakers with European or Latin American accents. And there are full conjugation tables for each verb, with every irregular form highlighted in red. Best of all, you can try it out for free, no credit card required. Master Spanish verbs today at GoVerbs.com. You'll be glad you did. GoVerbs.com.
Hey guys, are you wondering how to get back to a normal life and keep your indoor surroundings safe during this pandemic? Then we have the latest innovation for you.
The Velara Air and Surface Pro, a powerful surface and air purification unit that helps your family and friends experience safer surfaces and breathe healthy air every day.
It also helps destroy 99.9% of surface and airborne contaminants faster. The Velara Air and Surface Pro improves the quality of indoor air and surfaces in spaces between 500 and 3,000 square feet.
This unit is extremely effective at safely destroying viruses, bacteria, mold, toxin, dust, and other contaminants. Tested and proven, this machine technology can kill the SARS-CoV-2 virus, known as COVID-19, both in the air and on surfaces.
The Velara Air and Surface Pro is the first machine of its kind to have FDA clearance Class 2, and the technology to back it up by NASA, who also uses it within their space station. Be sure to make your home and business a safe zone and get back to normal. To learn more or to order your machine today, visit thepurifiermachine.com. One more time, that's thepurifiermachine.com.
I love to sing about the moon and the June and the spring.
Let's see it. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the After Hour Show. Mark Hamill here from After Hour Comedy, and we are going to be getting into our finale of Jocktober. Now, this is a good one. I really like this clip, and for a lot of people that are new to Jocktober this year, and you've been tuning into the VIP show, we've been going and we've been looking back at some of our favorite Jocktober clips, and we've been doing that as well as showing some new segments. And on the next VIP show, we're going to follow up on the news story we talked about earlier with whether it was just straight up torture or a genuine haunted house attraction. Now, we're going to do that on the VIP show right now. We're going to get into it. The grand finale of this year's Jocktober. Now, there's a lot of people, like I was saying, that are brand new to Jocktober. They didn't have a chance to hear it last year. And this is one that we're going to bring back, and we're going to make sure that it's known. So, here we go. Now, let's kind of get into this. I'm going to go over, and we're going to go over to Best Of right here, and we are going to scroll down, and we are going to go to what we call Marktober. Now, this is a Jocktober, and for anyone who's new, it's a celebration of everything shitty in radio. We play other people's shows, and we pick it apart. So, like, if they're good, we'll tell them that they're good. If it's not good, then, well, we'll tell them that they're not good. Now, this show, and where we're going to end Jocktober this year, is we're going to take a look at my show when I was a kid. So, this was actually on the radio, all right? And this was me as a kid. So you're going to hear me, and I really sound just about the same. Just a heads up for everyone. But you're going to hear me on the radio as a kid, all right? And this is how we're going to end Jocktober this year, is by picking apart me, my show. All right, here it is. Let's get into this finale of Jocktober. Oh, wait, wrong. I should probably click the right one, huh? All right, there we go. Jocktober.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the moment you've been waiting for. It is time for another Jocktober clip.
Oh yes, it's a celebration of everything shitty in radio. It's fantastic. We'll do it live, fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
So technically right now we should be at the finale for Jocktober. And then we're going to go into things bartenders think about you.
Okay, let's do the finale. Just do it.
You want to do it?
Yep,
right,
let's do it. Let's see what it is.
Here's the finale. Me as a kid on the radio. For all of our listeners, anyone listening right now who wants to type in, feel free to do it. Me as a kid on the radio. Here's my show. This is really me. You hear the fake laughs? Oh yeah.
All right, welcome back to the #1 radio station in town.
Like I didn't know what to say. I stuttered.
Cut in a couple minutes, so you can get your things ready, but don't come over yet because we're not ready. Last song.
So far, we're doing good, right?
Mark's in the studio going, and you can bring your things over anytime you want. We're just getting ready over here. Let me just push my glasses back up my nose a little bit.
By the way, I've never worn glasses.
Hold on, I need to use my inhaler.
Fuck, I've never had either of those. I've never had either of those things, by the way.
By Rob Zombie. The
Sounded
one
like you needed one.
But if we, damn. Fucking funny, though.
Who's by Elmer?
That's me taking a hit on my inhaler. Did you hear that?
Your things ready, but don't come over yet because we're not ready. Last song was by Rob Zombie. The one before that was by Elmer.
Dude, that's fucking that. Dude, fucking maybe ghosts have been following me around since I was a kid.
But all right, the Easter egg hunt's gonna be held here.
Fucking thanks. Where's here? Where's here?
We're holding this event right here in the studio.
Mathematically speaking.
But before we do that,
you're just gonna have to get on MapQuest and print out the directions before you leave.
No, MapQuest wasn't even around when this was made.
Oh man.
Because I remember when I was working, like my very first job, when I actually got hired, I was driving around, and when MapQuest came around, dude, that was the best thing ever. But even when I first started, there was no MapQuest. Like when I first started, MapQuest was not around. The internet was not around when I was on this.
Mark's over here like, you just get your wife in the passenger seat with the map so she can tell you the wrong turns and you can get pissed off and smack her.
No, that's the thing. You remember those? Yeah, exactly. You remember those big things in your car? You had those big atlases. This is the time frame when this was recorded. The internet was not around. This was probably right around the time where they started sending out those AOL discs. At best.
And then halfway through the show, Mark's like, and if you can just flip the cassette to side B now.
That's what it was. That's what this was. And by the way, I'm still only 18.
Have some quick announcements.
All right now, wasn't that fun? Let's
try. That static you hear that's because this is being. So my mom recorded this on a cassette tape with a side A and side B. From the radio, because this was broadcasted on the radio. Now, at the time, what I will tell you right now, we're on a bigger network, but when I was a kid, this was on AM. This wasn't on FM. This was AM.
Yeah, and then Mark got home and spent 15 minutes rewinding the fucking cassette tape with a pencil.
Yeah. No, you didn't need a pencil. You could stick your finger in there and just do it right. If I had a nickel.
All right, when you come to the Easter egg hunt.
No, but that's what you do. You stick your finger in there.
Yeah,
and
that's
then...
what she said.
Yeah.
You're going to need to bring a basket to
Yeah,
carry the eggs
I can
in.
see Mark
We
now
have
at
baskets
this
here
age.
if you don't have.
Yeah, I just got home. I got to just stick my finger in there and get it right.
But I didn't even know what I was saying. I just said it just to say it. And then later on in life, I ended up using those same lines.
But please bring one because we wouldn't like to give them all away. When you do come, if you have any animals, make sure they're on a leash.
Oh, hold on.
We're going back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where they're trying to get an interspecies relationship going on there.
Holy shit. Did that
When you do come, if you got animals, put them on a leash.
Listen.
You need to bring a basket to carry the eggs in. But before we do that, we would like to just have some quick announcements.
Fucking. Imagine if I still suck this bad. I would end up on someone else's Jocktober. Do you want to know the worst part? Every single thing we did for the entire month of October was fucking my show.
The segment right before Mark recorded this on air was Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And every single show that we had on this entire month was my fucking show when I was fucking 7. And except for everyone we played is like fucking 30 and higher. And I'm doing the same show they were doing, except for I'm doing it back before internet was even a thing.
All right now, wasn't that?
You should be ashamed.
You know what the audio quality sounds like? It sounds like nowadays when you don't have a microphone, so you just plug the headphone into the mic port and you talk through the left earphone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically the same.
Yeah.
Your microphone phone was literally a piece of tinfoil stretched between two electric.
Well, no, but at this time, this was standard.
But at the time, your microphone was literally a piece of tinfoil stretched between two electrodes.
It didn't look like that.
No, because it had a metal cage around it, so you didn't shock yourself.
It didn't look like that.
Let's try something.
But you can hear the electricity just fucking going. Like, that's what you're hearing.
You spit into the microphone and get shocked.
Literally, that's the sound of death around my voice.
Anything else?
All right, when you come to the Easter egg hunt, you're going to need to bring a basket to carry the eggs in. We have baskets here if you don't have one. But please bring one because we wouldn't like to give them all away. When you do come, if you have any animals, make sure they're on a leash.
Mark got home, heard the static, and he was like, Mom, I told you to take the...
Oh yeah, and there's one more rule. You have to enjoy the song that we're about to play.
Oh shit, I don't even remember this part.
He's not even asking. He's just like, you better enjoy this show right now.
I'm kind of curious of what song I'm about to play. Also slightly nervous.
And the song that we drew was...
I got a drum roll in there. I like it. Got the sound effects even as a kid. Got the sound effects even as a kid. And then apparently the music just abruptly
And
stops.
the song we chose is...
The people here know what it was. All right, now it's your turn to find out what...
You didn't even re-say the name.
Here we go.
You're like, the people here know what it is. Fuck you guys on the air. I turned my microphone off.
I totally did that.
I hit the mute button, motherfucker.
Oh, listen. Literally no fucks were given right here.
You have to enjoy the song that
You have to enjoy it.
we're about to play.
But I'm not going to tell you what it is.
What fucking song did we play? I want to know now.
And the song that
I'm
we
going to go back in time and whoop my own ass.
drew was... The people here know what it was. All right, now it's your turn to find out what song we wrote.
Nice. I'm dropping sound effects to censor myself.
At the age of like 11.
Apparently, my parents
Nothing
never...
has changed.
Nothing.
Nothing has changed.
Oh,
He was able to afford a better microphone and a soundboard.
Slightly. Now I'm kind of proud.
And doesn't know where the mute button is as easily anymore.
I'm kind of proud.
Linkin Park in the end. All right,
Oh
folks,
my God.
that was in
Got some Linkin Park in the end.
the end.
But you better enjoy
All right.
it.
Let's get some music going.
What?
All right, we're getting ready for the Easter egg hunt here
Yo,
in a second.
hold up.
What?
That wasn't even Linkin Park. You're like, and we got some Linkin Park, and then it was like, my name is. That's fucking Eminem.
Hey, bro, I don't know what's going on.
Was this like the day after the song came out, and he just paid good money for it to be on the air, and you were like, gotta play it?
No, I guarantee I have no sponsors at this point. No one's paying for shit.
My name is... And we'll keep it even louder.
I fucking hate my voice.
Mark straight up was just in his basement with a ham radio and took over an AM wave.
Fucking voice. Imagine that, like a bunch of hunters and shit. And I'm just like, all right, guys, we're here for the Easter egg hunt.
And with that note, when we're going to be keeping it louder, we're going to be playing some hard rockin' music. All right, up next we're going to have...
We're going to be playing that hard rockin' music.
God damn it.
Music.
I'm so glad that actually Facebook didn't work today.
Hope you enjoy it. While our egg hunters are still looking for the eggs, I'm sure they can't find one that we hit wicked hard.
Wicked guy. That's a New Hampshire thing. So I moved down here.
We hit that wicked hard.
I moved down here.
It's a wicked pisser.
Which is so crazy because when I moved down here from New Hampshire, I actually used to still say wicked, and it's gone. It's not in my vocabulary anymore. To the point where I go back up to New Hampshire, when someone says it, it stands out like a sore thumb. But I used to say wicked all the time. So crazy to hear me say it as a kid.
Music. Hope you enjoy it. While our egg hunters are still looking for the eggs, I'm sure they can't find one that we hit wicked hard.
So weird, man. I have not...
We hit that one wicked hard.
I haven't said that word in years. In years and years and years. So
it's going to be a wicked pisser to find.
Nah, that's a Boston. I never said wicked pissa, but I would say wicked.
That's all I can think of, though.
Yeah, but no, I haven't said wicked in years, man.
It's still in here.
Not even in my vocabulary.
Here, let's take a look around. I still see it. The egg is still there. I'm sorry, they still didn't get it. Let's see if they can find it. But in the meantime, let's play some music. All right, welcome.
You're on the radio. They're finding the eggs.
Back to the number
Just
one
wait for it.
Easter egg hunt in the world. Down here at New Hampshire.
Oh, shit. New Hampshire. God damn. And I slightly sound the same, which is making me more angry.
Our contestants are still looking for eggs as we speak.
Fucking feedback. Like, God, we're literally in an electric cage right now.
In here, there's been this one person who can't find this one egg. Let's take a look at how she's doing. All right, she said she was doing fine. Here you go.
Okay. Well, what the fuck?
Okay, enough of that crap. Let's take a look. Hold on. Just wait a minute.
All right. Kind of shit I do with the sound effects right now, like these days. Not much. Like Mundane said, not much has changed.
We pulled over the person who couldn't find that one egg. We're going to interview her right now. So, what's your name?
Mundane, this is my sister, by the way.
Heather.
That's a crappy name. Just kidding. What was...
Dick.
What?
That's a crappy name.
What's so hard about finding these eggs?
Well, you hide them in different spots than I think they're going to be.
No. Well, anyways, we'll let her get back to hunting. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. All right, the number one station. Let's hear our motto, everyone.
All right, so what is going on right now? Crazy stuff.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, fuck me.
You better get your down here.
God damn. There you go.
Number one Easter egg hunt down on the New Hampshire border. With none other than Heather.
Now, there's a little bit of, like, kind of deep throating the mic going on right here.
Gotta get a little bit of it in.
Everyone's got to do it. Every bad radio show deep throats the mic at least once during their broadcast.
I'm gonna take this thing down. She's going down around the right corner. She's gonna be playing around. She's opening up.
Am I what am I doing right now? Am I an auctioneer? What am I?
And then she's gonna bound. Oh, she found another one. We're going to be ring around. We're gonna go around town. We're gonna be coming back.
I fucking hate myself right now so much.
We're gonna be down here. We're gonna go. She's gonna find around, and she's looking over here. She can't find one. She's gonna be over here. Where is she? We're broadcasting this live, as you can see, or hear, you know what I mean. Well, we're doing this live as it happens, so you're hearing me as I say this, so when I'm talking real fast and you don't understand what I'm saying, you'll be just like, what?
What am I trying to even...
I'm saying it as you can
Hey,
hear.
Mark.
What's going on right now?
Guess what?
What?
There's no getting away from the Facebook audience now.
Why?
Oh, no reason. No reason.
Are they actually listening? Are they tuning in?
Oh, no reason.
Oh, what is that? Just the best of that you did?
Literally just the segment you're playing right now, and I linked it on the Facebook and said, make sure you check out this Jocktober clip from tonight's show.
You son of a bitch! You did it as the After Hours show, too!
Yep, it says The After Hour Show by Dustin Garrett underneath it.
Wait. You just posted just the specific best of link?
To the After Hour Show Facebook.
All right, she's being around here. All right, let's see.
Touche.
She's not going to
No hiding it now.
And it probably says best of Mark as a kid on the radio.
Oh, literally, I'll show you the post.
This is all the stuff she is.
Oh,
So you scroll down, first post from the most recent. It literally says, make sure to go check out the Sweet Chalktober clip from tonight's show. And it says, the After Hour Show posted by Dustin Garrett. Mark is a kid on the radio. This clip is 100% real audio from many years ago. And then you click on it.
And it takes, you right
to the SoundCloud.
Oh, and it starts playing right away, too.
Yep.
Touche. I'll drink to that. Touche.
There's no hiding it now.
That was fucking great. Give someone rights to their fucking page. Let him go.
Nicole didn't believe it.
Well, you know what I say? I can say she just go, you know. Thor. Can't find it. I don't know. Maybe she's missing brains.
Mark's second guessing giving me access to the Facebook right now.
I'm not because there's a certain level of me that respects that kind of thing. Even though the joke's on me, I fucking love it. That's funny.
It's left in this tournament.
I got so many gangster things I probably shouldn't be listening to as a kid.
Watch out.
But by the way, does this also show my age a little bit? Like, does it not? Like, when I'm a kid listening to this, does this not show my age?
Yo, when you were doing this radio show, cocaine was still an ingredient in Coca-Cola.
We had Crystal Pepsi.
There we go.
Which was a real thing, by the way. That's not just a joke.
Yeah, they brought it back for a little bit.
Yeah, from my era. Oh, man. I guess.
But I mean, hey, if you want to finish that clip, it's right there on the After Hour Show Facebook.
It is. It's on the After Hour Show Facebook. Go check it out. And I guess really we're going to have to decide whether that's the last Jocktober. And I guess, I mean, there's really no reason to do it again.
I feel like if I picked on you too hard, you're going to be like, next week we're fucking doing a Jocktober. And it was going to end up with me
was
being
that your
in
fear?
It. Yeah, I still picked on you just as much as I wanted to, though.
I mean,
and posted it to the Facebook page.
I do wish we were on Facebook because I really feel like, karma-wise, I want people to lay in. But I don't want to do the same thing again next week, so I'm kind of torn. So I guess your post is the next best thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what I'm going to do, Mundane, is I'm going to comment on the post you did in my personal Facebook, and I'm going to say I give permission for any comments below. And I'm just going to let people go in.
Just be like, make sure you leave all the comments about Mark's Jocktober clip.
I think that's what I'm really going to do. I think I'm going to just comment, and I'm just going to say I give permission for everything that's said down below. No hard feelings. Lay into me, and that's kind of how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. All right, Mundane, what did you think about the show tonight? We had a lot of technical difficulties, but I do think we had some fun.
I still have the clips from Elmo and Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, shit.
On my computer.
Maybe. And then also, Mundane doesn't know this, but I have a plan. For 1 week show, and I'll tell you right now, because we're on the radio, we're not on Facebook. For 1 week show, I would like to switch positions, whether it's me in some way showing you kind of how some of the levels have to be for the podcast while we're doing a live stream at the same time. I would like to switch positions at one point and have you run everything. So put together a show, but it could be completely whatever you want. Good, bad, otherwise. I think it would be fun to kind of switch positions and see what happens.
Oh, I mean, you want our ratings to go up?
Son of a bitch. All right, and we're back in real time. So that was kind of me as a kid, kind of Jocktober. Oh yeah, let me turn that down for a second. So it just automatically plays. So there's a lot of best of clips up there that you can scroll through, and I like that. I think that's a good one to end it on. A lot of people that are new to this year, as far as listening to the show, had never heard that before. 100% that was genuinely me as a kid too, and listening back, yeah, man. It's funny. I was laughing at some of the stuff that I was doing, and but then also at the same time, not a lot's changed. I mean, so we still have the same drops. I use like the same 5 drops every show.
Oh, you mean anal?
And it kind of, it's still the same. So that's kind of also how you know it was me, because it's a lot of the same habits. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be getting into viral videos. There's some good ones this week. So I've pulled a couple Halloween type viral videos, and then there's a really funny one of a guy getting tased, and I want to share it with everyone. Here's the correlation. It's a good one, and it's an older clip, but I came across it. It makes me laugh every time. I'm going to show you that up next when we talk about viral videos. This is the After Hours Show. So how does that work? You turn a lock.
It's
and-
electric. Like it's completely
Bro,
electric.
I could cut that and turn that into a song. It's electric. Doot, 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 doot.
It's electric. What if after a certain time limit, it's electric?
It's electric.
What if after a certain time limit, it's electric?
It's electric.
It's electric.
It's electric.
It's electric.
It's electric.
What if after a certain time limit, it's electric? Yeah. So electricity is what person that's in there. It's electric.
It's electric.
It completely stops working because there's no power at all. You're doing your business and then it's electric. 30 minutes goes by and you're like, oh crap, and it just unfogs and you're just chilling. It's electric. My dad just commented by saying, my luck, I'd go in there. It's electric. And sit down, and right as I did, the power would go out. It's electric. It's electric.
It's electric.
It's electric.
It's electric.
It's electric. It's electric.
I had to grow up on the terms of a dad, and if I didn't get coverage, my wife would be mad.
I had to grow up on the terms of a gal. They got the best for so much less I had to share with them.
Apply online, no medical exam. It's the biggest term store there is. No boo, since I had to grow up, and now my wife is not mad. I'm glad to be at Terms R Us dad. Low cost, no exam.
Oh wow!
You need to go to Terms R Us now.
You are listening to the After Hours Show. Call in at 603.
Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far! And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause. A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day. The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
You're gonna work harder than you ever worked before.
But that's fine. We'll just get tougher with it.
If a person grits his teeth and shows real determination,
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done. Believe me when I say
We can break this army here.
And win just one for the Gipper.
But every warrior has known since the beginning of time. You've got to get mad.
I mean plumb mad dog mean.
If you would be free men, then you must fight to fulfill that promise. Let us cut out their living guts 1 inch at a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
You're like a big bear, man.
This is your time. Seize the day.
Never surrender.
Victory or death. That's the Chicago way. Who's with me?
Clap! Clap! Don't let team die! Clap!
All right, let's fly. And gentlemen in England, now abed, shall know my name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the After Hours Show. Mark Hamill here from After Hour Comedy, also from Declassified. If you missed this week's Declassified, go check it out. I know, this is the one where I'm like, yeah, it's uploaded. And then I show you and it's not uploaded. It is uploaded this time. I've gone and I verified that it was working. We're good to go on that end. It's a good one. And this week's Declassified that we're going to get into, we're going to take it down a road. And I like I said, I don't want to get into jump scares, but I have a feeling some of the videos that I'm going to pull and show and share with everyone in this next episode of Declassified, it's going to be good. Then, we're also going to get back out in the field and we're actually going to start filming the Declassified series. Now, the Declassified podcast we do every single Tuesday. That's for VIP members. And then we also have the Declassified series, which that's like the 30-minute episodes. Now, if you haven't seen that, go check that out. That's for free at the website. So, like, I'll hunt for treasure. I did a ghost hunt, And then what was the other one I did? I hunted for treasure. I did a ghost. Oh, I went LARPing. That's right. Yeah, that's so they actually gave me one of those like foam swords, and we went out there and kind of spent a day, and it was kind of cool, right? So the whole point of Declassified is just bringing things to your attention that you might not necessarily know about and or kind of go out and do on your own. So it's just cool. It's just like having adventures. But the episode that we're going to be filming, we got one on UFOs, and then we got one on Bigfoot. Now, again, that's like where I actually go out and we actually get with groups that do this, and we take you down that world. So now we're going to get into viral videos, and kind of when we talk about paranormal, it's funny. So last episode on Declassified, we talked about the skunk ape, which was pretty much a Bigfoot. Translation. Bigfoot kind of also reminds me of Chewbacca. A little bit, right? Like, so if you're a Star Wars fan, this is the clip that I was kind of teasing before we took a commercial break. If you're a fan of Star Wars, Chewbacca, think about the sound that Chewbacca makes, right? Now, I'm not even going to attempt it. I've tried it on my own time, and it just does not sound like it, all right? Now, okay, so picture Chewbacca, doing that like little growl, that high-pitched growl, that thing, or whatever. That was it. That's my attempt. That's what you get. This guy's going to get tased, all right? So this guy's going to get tased, and you're going to hear them yell, taser, taser, taser. And then when he gets tased is where the real magic happens. Check this out. All these videos we're going to talk about are on AfterHourComedy.com.
50,000 voltios, no quiero utilizarlo en tu contra. ¿De entrega? No, taser, taser, taser.
It sounds like a Wookiee, right? Like that is literally exactly like Chewbacca. And you're also going to hear that the people in the video, like after he gets tased, they go and then you start hearing them, they're like, Chewbacca, Chewbacca. Like everyone starts laughing, right? Like it sounds exactly like
No,
listen.
taser, taser, taser.
Oh man. And they're all like Chewbacca, Chewbacca. Here, hold on. Let me like one thing I want to do. Let me pull up. I want to get a comparison of like what Chewbacca actually sounds like. So let's see. I don't even know how do you spell Chewbacca. Chewbacca. Sound perfect. I didn't even have to type. It's like the number one thing that people search. Oh my God, there's a 10-hour loop of Chewbacca. Holy cow, I don't need that. Let's see. All right, so, but I am going to go, here we go.
An Invisalign.
Okay, so what I did was I pulled a YouTube video of Chewbacca. So here's the sound effect. Let me skip forward. All right. All right, here. This is Chewbacca. All right. Give me a good long one, Chewie. Okay, so that's Chewbacca. Now let's go back and listen to this guy.
No, taser, taser, taser.
Okay. All right, that could be a whole game. I should have done that for Name That Blank. What character is that? Is it a taser or is it Chewbacca? That's Chewbacca right there, by the way. All right, okay, here, one more time.
No, taser, taser, taser.
So good, man. So good. That makes me laugh. Holy hell. Okay, so like the dad was like, I ate all your Halloween candy, and she immediately, like, you can see her brain process.
Ate all their Halloween.
Okay, like here we go. All right, the dad. Okay, so there's 3 girls, radio listeners. The girl on the far right, basically, she looks the most shocked. The son on the far left doesn't really care. I guess he's trying to figure out what the reactions are. One in the middle, I think would have freaked out, but then the other sister kind of freaked out for her. The dad goes, I ate your candy. You see it process, and you see the reaction.
We ate all of your Halloween candy.
And it gets louder. Remember that Wookiee we talked about?
Is it okay?
No! Not at all!
Guess what? We're just joking.
Oh my God. All right. Here's the next one. All right, so here's another kid. Remember, parents telling their kids that they ate the candy.
That's the worst Halloween I ever had! Because of you, dummy, stupid pants!
Oh, I like that.
Mama was just too hungry.
I ate all your candy. I'm got the police.
A lot of kids screaming in this one is what I'm learning. Oh, damn. Okay, so that was bad. So the kid just yelled, "We hate you. We don't love you anymore." Okay. Now this kid is trying to cram an empty Halloween basket into a trash can. He just threw the bucket.
Oh my god. Why
I ate it all.
Why?
I ate it all because I was hungry. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Why do that like candy letter?
I don't know what you're saying.
Go!
Mommy and Daddy.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that kid was actually gonna swear right there. So it started off good. They're kind of tapering off a little bit. I want to see a good one.
Halloween candy. Is that okay?
Oh my god.
We ate all of your candy. Will you forgive me? Yes, but don't do it again. It will make your belly sick. You will have to poop all that out.
So that's a good kid right there, right? Like, I mean, that's a good kid. You got to go buy that kid more candy now.
On you, Willie.
Juliana.
That's so rude of you. Tomorrow I'm going to eat your stuff. For real. And I'm not going to give you no goodies. Just puppy. That's so
Okay. So again, that's not the worst kid right there. We're going through kids. Parents tell them that they ate their candy, their Halloween candy.
not candy. Go now. Go. Eat some vegetables. See, you make us sip.
Okay. Now, radio listeners, I got to break this down. So there's like a stomping noise you hear in the background. There's a brother and a sister. The brother is the one kind of yelling at the parents. The sister is in the background just crushing a Halloween bucket, like a pumpkin bucket. And the brother's like, see, look what you're making her do.
Last night, I got hungry and I ate all of your Halloween candy.
You're happy that your candy is not gone?
Okay, so what happened was the dad said that, radio listeners, you heard the audio, but the little girl threw the bucket, I assume, hit the dad right in the jewels. Just a guess.
A little bit, but I love you more than candy. Can I have my bucket?
You just want the empty bucket? Oh.
You don't eat people's candy.
Okay, I'm really, really sorry.
You don't make me mad.
Little kid in his underwear.
I said I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, well, thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, so we had like 2 or 3 clips of kids that were good. They're like, it's okay, don't do it again.
Jimmy Kimmel told me to trick you.
Who's that? It's Jimmy Pickle. Don't get mad at Mom. It's just Jimmy Pickle.
All right, so I think we're kind of getting to the, well, should be the end of this clip.
Jimmy Kimmel, I would punch him in the face.
Why?
He deserves it.
What if I do it again tonight?
I'm going to punch him in the wiener.
Okay, so the kid just literally told his mom he's going to punch her in the wiener.
I'm running my candy. When I was gonna go on,
You have a mouthful of candy right now, and you're crying about more candy.
I'm gonna keep it.
Stop, wait.
All right, we're looking at a little kid on the couch. That's freaking me out because it looks like that kid's about to choke. I know that's not the bit, but that's what it looks like.
I don't understand you. And now what?
I ate all of it. It's all gone.
It's all gone.
Hey.
He ate it all.
How does it make you feel?
Fuck it.
Wait, what did he say? Okay. But anyways, so that was it. Parents telling their kids that they ate all their candy. Okay. Now, there was some good ones in there. There was some older ones. I kind of feel like I've watched that before, though. And not just to put it on the show. Like, I feel like I genuinely, like, I either saw that when it aired or something. I don't know. Let's see. As we kind of go to the next video, let's take a look. This is, I don't know, I'm going to say like a cooking show or something, or a news. Like, every now and then, like a morning show will have guests on, and then they do whatever that guest is. I assume it's cooking. This is a prank, so we're talking Halloween kind of themes. This is one where they hit someone under the table. It's the whole like arm in a cake gag. All right.
Ride the pony. Thank you. I was one fan of that dance.
Radio listeners, I'll break this down in a second. Okay. So there's a lot of chaos right there. So I don't know who these people are. But you have this plus size woman walk over, and so like there's a cake in a pan. A hand comes up from the pan. It scares the dude that's there, and then it scares the woman that's right next to him as well. But the woman, she jumps so bad that she stumbles back and she completely falls. Is all the noise, and then you're hearing people react in the studio. Oh, let me hit play.
Thank you. I was one fan of that dance.
Now the hand pops up. That noise was her falling over right there.
You okay?
And they're freaking out again. So that was it. But that was one, again, looking for Halloween things. Halloween theme. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's the end of the clip. Yeah. So that was all. Check that out. So radio listeners, go take a look at that. It's a real quick one. Now, a lot of people, and here was the kind of debate that I got into with someone, and it wasn't really a big debate. Nightmare Before Christmas. All right. A lot of people like that movie. Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that a Halloween movie or is that a Christmas movie? All right. That was the kind of question that got thrown out there. And I think in my mind, it's a Halloween movie, right? I don't know. Listeners, let me know in the comments or kind of somewhere, if you're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? I'm leaning towards Halloween, me personally. And now, when we talk about Halloween Town and when we talk about that song, there's that song. What is it called? It's called What's This, right? Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it right now because I really don't care about Facebook. So I'm going to go... What's This? Nightmare Before Christmas, and we'll kind of take a look at the lyrics on this one. All right, so this is the original song that we're going to talk about, and the original song is Nightmare Before Christmas. Like every X amount of minutes, there's a song. I would consider it a musical as well. A lot of people love this movie. A lot of people are going to know this song right away. This is What's This? I think that's the name of the song. Okay, so... All right, okay, right here. So right here, a lot of people will recognize this. I do believe this is the real song. So you're probably gonna hear some singing. So right now, Jack Skellington goes down a hill.
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air.
And as he's singing, so if you've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas, this is the first time he's ever seeing snow. So he's looking around.
What's this? There's something very wrong. What's this? There's people singing songs. What's this?
And now again, he's like in Santa's village or whatever. So he sees like elves running around, sees people like decorating for Christmas, these Christmas trees.
There's children throwing snowballs instead of throwing heads. They're busy building toys and absolutely no one's dead. There's frost in every window. Oh, I can't believe
and now we're getting to the part where I'll switch over.
I feel the warmth that's coming from inside. Oh, look.
Okay, so that's the original. All right. Now I want to bring to you, now if the After Hours show was to do a version of this song, we would still do the same thing. Like we'd be, the concept of the song would still be, okay, we're seeing snow for the first time, but we wouldn't do it like that. The After Hours show version, which this is on our website, would sound like this. Same exact song, but I think we would write the lyrics a little bit differently. All right, this is how we would do the song. All right, radio listeners, you're gonna like this. Everyone's gonna like this. This is the After Hours show version. Okay. Remember, seeing snow for the first time.
Shit.
Hold on, let me go back for a second because I keep stomping on it. All right, here we go.
What's all this shit? Stabilize.
All right, now here's our version of that same song I just showed you.
The fuck? The fuck? The fuck is in the air. The fuck? There's white shit everywhere. The fuck? I must be fucking baked and this shit's probably fake. The fucking hell did I just take? The fuck?
See, right? This is totally us.
The fuck? The fuck? There's something fucking wrong. The fuck? These bitches singing songs. The fuck? The streets are lined with scale happy. Holy hell, these things are creepy. The fuck is this?
There we go.
The fuck?
Totally after-hour show stuff.
It's really fucking awkward fucking dancing all around. You'd think they'd have a guy to get this white shit off the ground. It's really fucking messy shit. I think my shoe is broke. I should have known to stay inside and just have
There we go. Right? Okay, that's our version of the song. So much better. So much better. And bringing it to you the only way that the After Hours show knows how. So yeah, there we go. It's on afterhourcomedy.com. Go check that out. Show your friends. Show everyone. All right, here's the next one that we're going to talk about. Let's take a look. This is a video, and it's Barack Obama. And now I don't know if you guys have ever seen us do this. It's been a while since we've actually done it, where we will take clips, or basically we'll show, and it's all clips of someone talking. Sometimes they'll do it for news videos. Sometimes they'll do it for presidential speeches. It's generally where there's like talking and no pollution of noise, like no extra sounds, and they will chop up the words and they will make them say whatever they want. Now in this scenario, since we're doing Halloween themed things, this is Spooky Scary Skeletons sung by Obama. All right, check this out. Now they chopped it and it's auto-tuned, but it's Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the White House. Since I took office.
Okay, now keep in mind, the other thing I need to tell you is it's going to be auto-tuned and it's going to be chopped up, but this is actually, they do take real audio from these presidential speeches.
Every year we set aside this month, October, to celebrate everything spooky. Come on, skeletons, spooky, scary skeletons, send shivers down your spine.
Now, I don't know if you guys know this original song, but around Halloween time, you hear this everywhere.
Speak with such a screech, you'll check and shudder in surprise when you hear me zombies ring. We're so sorry, skeletons, your soul has understood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should.
All right, so the reason it's all choppy like that is, remember, so they're taking little clips and they're putting it in order and they're making Obama basically say this song.
Today, we live in America where we have spooky Octobers. Together, we've proven that change is possible, that progress is possible.
And it's verse 2 coming up right now.
We're so sorry, skeletons, your soul has understood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. Spooky, scary skeletons.
Now, this is one of those songs where it's going to get stuck in your head. It's going to happen. But yeah.
Shop startling, shrilling screams. Don't sneak from their sarcophagus and just won't leave you be. Just won't leave you be.
All right, anyways, so there's that. That's on the website. You guys can go check that out. Here's another one. Now, this is something that's kind of crazy. It's a news report, but I consider this more of like a viral video, like a funny video that we would normally talk about, because it's about goth people or emos or something like that. It's weird. All right, here it is.
And its music is big. Lila Strogoff takes a closer look in this Fox 11 Undercover report.
Like they did a whole news story on emo people. Or emos, is that a thing?
The look distinctive.
Hair that covers one part of their eye.
Feeling dark and angry.
Anger, rage, heartache.
These are emo scene kids, but if you're over 25, you've probably never heard of them.
Scene kids. Definitely emo scene kids.
And now what they're doing, all those talking, is you're seeing people, they're interviewing people about all this punk rock.
To goth, to emo, short for emotional hardcore.
Which I didn't know that. Emo's emotional hardcore.
Spreading on the internet, it just exploded. Scene kids now pack clubs across Southern California with scores of young bands.
We're pretty in stereo!
You've seen the look.
I look like a scene kid, I admit it.
Girls wear huge buckles on their waists, double piercings in their lips,
Snake bites,
and band rags in their pockets. Boys wear their
It's so crazy because when this first aired, that's a long news video. Holy hell. When this first aired, like it was a big deal. It's like, oh man, this is bad, right? But now, how many people like this is kind of the norm? Well, go into any Spencer's or Hot Topic. It's literally all this.
Tight and pants even tighter.
They wear girl pants. Yes, girl pants are a must. Can you bend over comfortably in them?
Hair, straight or modified mohawks.
multicolored hair, the spike,
and makeup from powder to eyeliner.
a lot of eyeliner.
All I gotta say is you can still be a manly man and wear makeup.
Beyond the fashion is the music, giving voice to raw teen angst.
When you scream, you're letting your emotions out, and it's just, kids can relate to it because everyone inside wants to scream out.
I don't. I personally don't. Like, I don't wake up and feel like I need to scream. It just, I don't know. I don't. I'm good. I'm pretty content.
Millions of kids struggling with deep, intensely personal, emotional issues.
My parents were, deported, and I live here with someone who isn't really a relative of mine. And I get really depressed sometimes, but I just put in the Black Parade, and I'm like, I know there's something I relate to, and something that makes me want to keep on living.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go through this whole news video, but
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
it's there. If you guys want to see it. It kind of blew my mind that, that was a real big deal a while ago, and now we don't even blink an eye at it. Now there's other issues. So this is a video. Radio listeners, I'm going to show something, and head over to afterhourcomedy.com. This is kind of crazy, all right? Dance battles. So I knew that dance battles were kind of a thing, but I never really knew that there was such a thing as robot dance battles, all right? Robot dance battles. So think about how people joke around and they're like, oh man, I don't dance. And then when you're like, oh, come on, dance, and you force someone to dance, they always get up and then they do the robot, okay, that little robot dance. Okay, there are full-on dance battles as robots. And it goes from being kind of a joke and kind of being nerdy to this dude looks like a robot, and it's actually slightly amazing. So we're going to go through this, all right? Radio listeners, go check this out. I'll break it down as best I can. We'll play-by-play it. Everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or on our website, enjoy this. This is going to blow your mind. This dude is good. He looks like a robot. All right. So here we go. Now, I'm going to break this down. So they kind of bring him onto the stage. Now, when they bring him onto the stage, everyone watching this right now and radio listeners, they're carrying him. They're carrying him, and he's staying perfectly still. They're carrying him like he is a mannequin. And that's exactly what he looks like. But this is a person. All right. And now he's going to start moving, and he's going to start dancing. Starts off kind of basic, but then when he starts walking and stuff, it's nuts. Check this out. All right, now he's starting to walk, but when he's walking and when he's moving, it literally looks like it's stop motion, but it's not. This is nuts. And he's starting to go down. He's doing kind of typical dance moves, but when he moves, I would genuinely say it looks like you would move an action figure with kind of joints in their elbows and their knees. Okay, and he's standing up right here. This looks crazy. That right there looks nuts. So crazy. That's crazy. Now, there's another guy who he's battling who reacts. The other guy who's not really as good. But the one right now is kind of crazy. All right, there you go. That's a robot dance battle. If you've never seen one, I just kind of, I showed you one. All right, so that's that. Go check that out, afterhourcomedy.com. While you're there, take a look at this, all right? So this is the new thing that you might see in grocery stores. So think about when you go into a grocery store, everyone's walked into this, right? So someone goes into the freezer section, they open the door, and then they close it, and you walk through and you can't see because it's completely frosted up, right? Like that's just moisture or warmer air getting in there, and then condensation, blah, 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 whatever. All right, so this is a video I'm going to show you, and it's all digital. Like, so all of the doors, instead of being clear glass, it's all digital, and it shows you what should be in those, whatever you call them, refrigerators. But take a look at this. Like, this is nuts. And I don't know what store this is, all right? Now, I guess the argument would be, like, you'd have to weigh out electricity versus what it costs to cool things, I guess, because it's a lot of wasted energy when people keep opening and closing the doors, or they open it and leave it open. So we're really looking at a grocery store. And the other thing is, too, they can play ads, and then I assume when someone walks up to it, it goes and it shows them what's in it. But it's kind of crazy, man. So that's like something that you could be seeing coming to your grocery stores. Radio listeners, go check that out. It's definitely worth taking a look at it. Now, let's see. When we go to other videos, what else do we have up here? We've got a video of pretty much, let me see. It's called Paranormal Gastivity, all right? Now, this is from the show Ghost Hunters, which I'm a huge fan of, okay? It's going to sound like I'm making fun of ghost hunting, but just know that I truly do like ghost hunting and believe in that stuff and so on and so forth, all right? So this is what it would sound like if we took a ghost hunting show and added sound effects to it, all right? We're going to get a little immature on you. Bear with me. Here we go. All right, we're adding sound effects to a ghost hunting show.
Did you hear that? I did.
Was that your stomach?
Did you hear that?
Was that your
That
stomach?
was not my stomach. And I want to know. Oh, damn. You heard that?
We heard that?
Yep. What is that? Shh. Did you hear that? Sound like a voice. Yeah. Ooh, someone like warm me up.
Second floor. What the was that, dude?
Listen on the headphones, okay?
Gives the lady headphones. Now they're making people listen with headphones.
Thank you, sir. And any evidence you collect will end up speaking for itself.
Thank you.
There we go. That was it. That's, if you were to add farting sound effects to a ghost hunting show, that's exactly what it would sound like. So I don't know. Halloween themed, that's why it's there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that actually might do it as far as the viral videos for what we have. There is another one, though. Radio listeners, anyone listening right now, watching, go check it out, afterhourcomedy.com. And there is a video where Apple promises to fix like the landmarks. So think about like anytime you've tried to use your GPS to go somewhere and it doesn't quite line up. You know what? We got time. Let's play it. All right, here we go. Apple's going to fix their service to where it's Apple Maps or whatever they call it.
In tech news, Apple has responded to continued frustration with its iPhone Maps application, announcing plans to realign the Earth's geography to more accurately reflect the map software. Company executives say they've already started renaming streets, switching the locations of buildings, and destroying some landmarks altogether to be consistent with the heavily criticized Apple Map feature. CEO Tim Cook maintains that Apple's innovation marches forward. Quote, Apple is committed to providing the best user experience possible, which is why we are working to dismantle the Brooklyn Bridge and put London in Canada. He went on to assure customers that, quote, public transit directions won't be necessary in the new world, as there will be no public transit.
There we go. That's such an Apple thing to do. This wouldn't surprise me whatsoever.
While work is underway covering sections of Tokyo with a large green square and constructing buildings you can drive through to get to your destination, some consumers say these steps aren't enough.
I was frustrated when they released the software, but I figured it was all part of Apple's long-range plan to revamp the arrangement of the Earth and all its physical laws.
There we go. Now they're talking about Apple users right now. That's who they're talking to.
I just can't believe it's taken them so long to move Baltimore to the middle of the ocean where my iPhone says it is.
Apple says that the free upgrade will be available by Christmas time and will be mandatory for all iPhone users. While Google has already announced they have the resources to construct a rival Earth that will be just as you remember it.
There we go. They're going to build a whole new Earth. I'm okay with that. Apple, that seems like a total Apple move right there. Let's not fix the app. Let's just create a whole new Earth that matches the broken app. There we go. That's good. All right. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I guess we'll run through that list of Halloween movies that we've been pushing off. We probably will just have time to just run through the list, and we'll talk about some things. I'll read you the movie descriptions. We'll go through it. It'll be good, and then we'll see if there's anything else that shows up as far as viral videos. I don't think I missed any. I'll double check. There is a chance that I did. Now, again, go check out those videos, afterhourcomedy.com. There's a lot of stuff up there. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're talking Halloween movies, top 10 from 2020. And I guess we're going to see if anyone has seen them. If you haven't seen them, then maybe these are some you're going to want to watch. We'll be right back. This is the After Hours Show.
GT Films.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Young nigga with a little bit of wealth. Insane, need a little bit of help upstairs, or I'm better off killing myself. No, not at this too. I don't really need no more issues. But when you caught up in a pickle, niggas wanna pick at you. Tissue, when I go at you, you keep noise at a minimum. Gotta spice things up like cinnamon. Similar to Eminem when I'm killing them with sending them straight to a veteran citizenship. I stop or begin again. When I heat up, you shivering. My layout plot, you stealing them. Trying to put me in the same box I'm delivering. But not like they did. From next Friday's payday. Choose Nation t-shirt. When in the streets, tell my motherfucker feed her. Did I crash a party? Tell the truth, you ain't never wake up in a new Bugatti. Sorry, but I know somebody that knows somebody that knows something about Ferrari. What's drugs to me? I'm on the upper level without substance abusing me. God damn it, all you rappers turn trappers, it's just confusing me. All the homies got tools, pliers, so I wish you would try it. And most likely, I'ma get away scot-free, cause all my niggas got license. Should I rap about pussy, or should I rap about cars? Should I rap about money, or should I rap about y'all? Should I rap about selling shit, selling bricks big as elephants? All that shit don't mean nothing if it's conflicting with my common sense.
I'm just a lunatic.
On the hallucinogens, rolling with hooligans, looking at trouble pulling me in. No, I ain't tatted, that's just my heart bleeding out on my skin. Look at we at it like Debo when he got out of the pen. When I grab the pen, I'm going mad again. I gotta win, that means I'ma blow. Chastising him ain't wise for them. On you, off from a goal. I can't lie, cuz I was fucked up. They invite me into that cipher. Guess what I built? One big enough, lyrically get killed like Piper. Put your knife up, ain't nothing left to cut. I'm like a taper with a motherfucking razor. When I raise up, better shape up, get a good look when the shades up, cause I'm getting made. Yeah, motherfuckers, cause I'm getting paid. Yeah, motherfuckers never loved us. Plus, daddy ain't hug us. Still, I turned out tight like nut huggers. And tidy whites on a lonely night. I'ma need a good slut for these big nuts. Get my pipe soaked and don't flush. I ain't a player, but I crush hoes. Put your lighters up to Big Pun. What's love to me? Every single bitch that I hit never gave a shit. That's why niggas spit ruggedly. When you see me in a whip tent, model chick skinny as a toothpick. Fucking me. Don't get mad, I'm just that white Michael Jackson bad. Mixed with a little Sinbad and Martin stuffed in a gym bag. Rap about pussy or should I rap about cars? Should I rap about money or should I rap about y'all? Should I rap about selling shit? Selling bricks big as elephants. All that shit don't mean nothing if it's conflicting with my common sense. Should I rap about bricks, hoes, money, cars, clothes? Should I rap about hoes, money, clothes? No. 3 minutes, I'ma dive in it. Do it big, I'm supersizing it. No drive-through, but I'm driven. I'm great, I'm Britain. I'm Jordan and Pippen. I'm a bad boy. Will Smith and P. Diddy with the 80s Pistons. I'm harder than my dick when I'm pissing. In the morning when I'm yawning, I be on your head like Sowens. I'm so ahead. Where you going? I guess when I go in, sorta like Lindsay Lohan in jail. I go in, I post bail. I get out, then relax. Now I'm back, high as hell, high as ever. Must be clever, must be hotter than leather. In Arizona weather, fella, I must have ruffled your feathers. Since all you vultures is flocking together, clocking was better. Tell you it's my time. Fuck your G-Shock and your Michael Kors watch. Watch as I hip hop, scotch, grabbing my crotch, scheming a plot, dreaming I'm seeing my spot. You never take it, you never take me alive. Cops suckers won't stop. Inserted gunshots, I'm back. motherfuckers. You motherfuckers better know when I'm shooting, you getting low. Use my pen as a pistol, piercing through people and children. Fearing the fact that they feeling them helium when you hearing them. Gotta keep you intact, rule of thumb. Watch me attack. Gotta rap like this cause I'm black. Options limited, either shoot hoops at the rack or step on a hip hop porch. Open up, goddamn it all, meet me at the back door. Bando, can you handle all of this ammo in my camos? Got a lamp post shine, I'ma candle it. Girl, you don't know, real nigga rap like this. Pencils get to writing, I'm fighting demons like Tyson and Tyson. Better roll the Vikings, my likers not too inviting. Even with an invitation, I'm quicker than a bolt of lightning or swifter than a Michael Jackson. You walking across the planet. Thunderous in the covers with bitches that swallow. Cause I spit lyrics that I follow you like a rapist inside a park. It's amazing how I start outlining the chalk before I pierce a rapper's heart. I wanna be caught, but I'm unmarked like Knox and marksman to the coffin. On a low, but I'm often
GT Films.
Hello world, I'm here to publicly say that I'm Taco Tony. I'm sorry, it's Taco Tony. I don't mean to sound like a rapist, it's Taco Tony. I'm sorry, this is just the voice I was born with. It's Taco Tony. I'm sorry. Not everyone can be a superstar like Ron Jeremy. I don't mean to sound like a rapist. I'm sorry. Waterfalling. The kids are 18 before I start waterfalling all that. I'm here to publicly say that I'm sorry. I will also get rid of the whole life class. Sorry. Bathroom stall. Sorry. Or at least cut the price in half. Taco Tony, price in half. I'm sorry. This is just the voice I was born with. Taco Tony. I love the After Hours show and I promise to be a better taco for everyone. Taco Tony.
The After Hours Show. Not just another boring talk show. Listen anytime, anywhere.
I'm listening.
Stay up to date at theafterhourshow.com.
You're listening to The After Hours Show. Call in anytime at 407-536-9994.
For all of our listeners, it's about to get graphic. So I've been man standing outside of Victoria's Secret for an hour.
I feel like at that point in time, you should just go find your own shit to do.
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's my time. I'm going to... dude, I'm a nerd. I was going to be like, I'm going to GameStop.
Fine. I don't even have cards in my hand. And I talk like a fucking land.
So a man stand is the act of a man standing outside a shop while his wife / girlfriend / partner, I guess it could be boyfriend at that point, partner.
I like how we're staying PC. You're like, or it could be his boyfriend.
You got butt slammed.
I mean, it's up to you.
Don't Pokemon usually go in their Pokeballs?
It's called Charizarding. Charizarding.
Think about it as Pokemon. It's Charizard.
I can't
So
say.
he's Charizarding.
Well, this is why I hate that, is I don't know how to say this word. It's Charizarding. Charizarding.
Say Char.
Char.
Zard.
Charizard.
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 Charizarding.
I can't even say this.
Okay, we're not letting him say it anymore.